I need a new tip. Oh, can you? Oh, well that too. But can you do me a favor? Can you moonwalk out? Okay, sorry. I really cannot remember. God, I legit do not even know how that started, but there was something where it was like, I came up with ridiculous rhetoricals just on the spur of the moment, just to be like, oh, it's like, we were talking and I was like, well, that'd be like in our relationship if I just all of a sudden said that you had to moonwalk out of the room all the time or something. And so that sometimes I just get him to, yeah. I really have no idea how that started. OMG. I like that. I like his enthusiasm. Look at him. That Kara is there to fucking cheer you on. Pulling a Nick Miller. Nick Miller. Is it from the new girl? Trying. I am terrible with names. Like when something comes or someone's name comes up, they'll be like, "Oh, he was played by oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. I just, I just say crap all the time. Okay. Oh, I really like these. So, done, done, done. This one needs another coating on the red just for a greater opacity. That one needs another bit of pink for the same reason. And we're also going to, now that this white is dry, let's see if we can toss some of our hair out of our face so we can like see better. I don't know how that, I don't know. There we go. Details matter, y'all. You could barely see where it was just a little bit lump olo right there, but now with it changed, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm very, very fussy about details, but just that little bit is telltale to me. And so I bet his little cheeks are dry enough to get their next pink. Because again, this is acrylic paint, but it's a very, very... Sorry. A friend just sent me a message and asked if I needed an air fryer, and I'm about to reply and be like, yes! But I will in a second. Oh my. Oh, I love them though. And so in just another second, we're going to do another coat of red on that guy's little mouth. And then we're going to set them aside to go and let their faces dry. And we're going to grab the pieces of our hamburgers because we actually have little cheeseburger parts. We've made... Okay. This is what we did Monday? I don't remember. But these have their magnets, but no resin on the front. Like, the magnets are resin to the back. But the fronts don't have resin yet. And so, yeah. But I think we were going to do more burgers. And I realized these are like 3 times the size of the burgers that I've done before. So these are going to be officially XL burgers. Because also, I was thinking about... See, here's a bow I made. This is for a friend. Already sold with a gummy bear on it. But imagine a bow with a hamburger on it. With a cheeseburger on it. Like, would that not be the cutest? And Arleona thinks when I do the cheeseburger bow that I should dangle some fries from it. But those would make cute keycaps for a keyboard too. And see, look at that. Aren't those cute? We love it, but I think it would need to be about half size because... Look at this bread on my head. Look how big the bow is and how big the gummy bear is. Like, this is pretty big. Like, this is not a tiny little hair accessory. Like, let me show you what a little bow looks like. Or a little hair accessory. Like this. Like this. And we got a big old honkolo over here. Which, don't get me wrong, I love it. I made it. But, look at that. If I then had a big old fucking cheeseburger on the side of my head. I like the idea, but I think the cheeseburger needs to be smaller so it doesn't look like a decorative headband. You know what I mean? So it doesn't look like a cheeseburger fucking fascinator. Like, that's not the look. But I think if it was a cheeseburger half this size, I think it would be super cute on a barrette. Oh, but I still like the X. Oh, yeah. So it would only be smaller for the barrettes. But I really like... Because I was talking to my husband about this a while ago. That I make things so small lately that it's hard to, like, get enough detail in at the scale that people can see how much detail I want to put in. And so I was like, maybe I'll do a couple of things that are just slightly bigger. Like, not, gigantous, but just like this, XL. And so, yes, I'm incredibly pleased with how much detail we were able to get in, because, like, that little row of, like, that little bit of mustard, that little where you can just barely see the mayonnaise, you can't do that at much smaller of a scale than this, just because there's not enough real estate. You know what I mean? Oh, tech! How's our tech baby? Oh my god. Little Tech Benevieve is gonna be so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. Tech, look at what we're doing. 1. Look how angry that carrot is. And then this is an XL burger we made last week. And this is a gummy bear barrette I also made, but off stream. And so we're debating if we're going to do a... Thank you. And see, we were just talking about it. It's because it's XL burger. We can fit more detail in it. Usually when I do a burger, it's like this big, finished, and that's cute. But you can't... There's just not enough room. And here we've got lettuce, 2 visible slices of onions, lettuce, mayonnaise, patty, cheese, tomato, mustard, bun, sesame seeds. Like, there's just so much more room. Like, you can see the little edge of the bun. But so these as a fridge magnet are an amazing size. But we were thinking because our Leona, we were talking about doing a hamburger a hamburger barrette. But we were thinking that the burger would need to be about half size. Because if you look at this giant barrette in my hair with a giant gummy bear, the gummy bear is already pretty big for it, like, being on your head. And here's the gummy bear compared to the width of that compared to the burger. So, yeah. Maybe we would just do, like, the front third of it. Do you know what I mean? So it would lay a little flatter to your head. Oh, and it doesn't even have resin yet, Tech Baby. It does not even have its shiny von shinies. These are burgers we made, like, on Monday, maybe? Yes, on Monday. And then tonight, we just did carrots. And then later off stream, they're going to get magnets. And then UV resin gloss coat. And then they'll be up on the Ko-Fi as soon as I take pictures. And then these, because we were just discussing this, because they're XL burgers, instead of being $12, like literally everything else I sell, they're going to be $18. But I also really kind of want to keep one because it's so satisfying. Just seeing his little mustard that I know will never move. There's something really, really satisfying about seeing, like, that mustard glopolo. And anywhere you can see the bun, you can't even see any of it. But it's colored yellow, so it looks like it was buttered and toasted on the edges of the buns. You know what I mean? Okay, and speaking of that, we should totally, like, actually do something instead of just looking at cute barrettes. Sorry, just a secret Cosmo wave. Not a secret Cosmo wave, but just, They seriously do look like a family. And that would be the me of the family who's like, hey, I brought pasta salad. And that's Mr. Joyblood who's like, oh my God, why are we at a family gathering? Sugarfoot. Look at that. I flew too close to the sun, and now I lost the edge that I wanted on that. Like, it had a little tiny black edge, and I liked it. And we just lost it because we're drawing... Look how big my fingernail is, and then look at the tiny thing that we're drawing. So this happens sometimes. So it's okay. We're not too chuffed about this. We'll give it a little bit more of a black outline later, if we remember. And if we don't, I think it has been... it's pretty likely we'll survive. So, here. We will leave the carrots here to supervise, though. It really always is best if we are kept under close supervision, especially as a group. So, now, it's time for more burgers. Because seriously, you guys, I have so... Ooh, I did hot cocoa snake. Strawberry milk snake. Okay, so are they all going to be in mugs? Because hot cocoa snake was in a mug. And then on top of hot cocoa snake's head was like a little whipped cream. But it was like tied on with a little string so you could take it off of the snake's head. A strawberry milk snake and then an Easter snake. Okay. Because I don't know if you've ever made something that lays eggs, but you can... like crochet something, a little poop hole, like a little, technically it's their cloaca, and then you can squeeze stuff out of it. You could totally make some polymer clay eggs and put a little clutch of eggs in it, and so it could squeeze out the eggies. Ooh, you know what would make a great milk carton if you have any? Plastic canvas. Have you ever used plastic canvas? That'd be cute AF. For anyone who's not familiar, plastic canvas is, imagine you go to your friend's aunt's house. It's like the year 1994, and they've got like a gingerbread, it's like the holiday season, and they have like a gingerbread house thing that looks like it's made out of yarn, but it's kind of like over plastic and it's standing by itself, and it has like a little door that opens. Yeah, that's plastic canvas with yarn over it. It's just like sheets that you can just like weave, yarn through, and then you can make like buildings and stuff. It's kind of an old-timey, not old-timey, but it's something you don't see all the time anymore. But it used to be very popular. And one of the reasons I know this is because the town I used to live in, there were 300 days of sunshine a year, so yard sales were a huge thing around there. Huge. Like, you could plan a yard sale anytime in June or July and know months in advance that it wasn't going to rain, and you could leave all your crap out, like you could set up the day before, leave your crap outside overnight uncovered, and it's not going to rain. You're fine. It's definitely not going to rain. It's the desert. So everybody had yard sales, and my best friend's mom loved doing like plastic canvas projects. I don't know what you call them. And so I was just on the lookout for it. And so I remember I found a bunch, in one year I just made her like a bow out of duct tape and just like gave her just a stack of sheets of plastic canvas, and she was thrilled. So apparently, because it's not that common anymore, it's getting to be more expensive and you can't find it in the thrift stores. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right now, we have not. So this is the tray it's on is coincidental. That's just what was sitting on the desk. This is our little bitty lunch tray that we're using to hold our sesame seeds right now. This is our bun. And we're going to pull out our seeds for scale. And then we're going to wipe some of this paint off of our fingers. And then we are going to make more sesame seeds and then cure them. Right? Seriously, I really don't remember authorizing tech to have quite so many talents. That's like Rustic. Oh my god, guys, have you seen what Rustic has been making? It's like a beaded crochet thing, and there's beads, and there's fuck, I don't know. You guys know how I'm with fabric arts, fiber arts, whatever they're called. But it looks so cool. And I love Tech's snake wearing the little hat. Like, it has so much personality. Like, the way its little face is. You're just like, do you need something, Snake? Do you need, like, do you need specialty medicine, Tiny Snake? Because I will get it for you. Do you need some of my blood? Because you can just take it, Tiny Snake. It's tubey. It's very easy. Crochet bead rope. Yeah. Yeah, I can't say I would have ever gotten that, even though I know you have said that to me. Or said it in the chat. But yeah, it's like, imagine, because what Rustic was making was like a wristlet for her daughter, I want to say. And it's like this beautiful blue and all these nice pattern, like, I haven't done beading in ages, and it's one of those things, like, sometimes I feel like, ugh, maybe I should learn how to do that, and then I think about actually doing it, and I'm like, it just feels like school for me. And for me, like, the stuff that I do, like, those little details, like when we're making, burgers or pizza, and we spend forever, like, looking at pictures and color matching pepperoni grease, for somebody else out there, that's, like, their personal hell. Like, that's when they think of, like, the worst thing ever, it's that. And I'm like, yeah, sign me up for 3 more. Like, what if it had pineapple on it? You know what I mean? And so it's like, ooh, there are so many. You should. Oh my god, you totally should. What are you doing tomorrow night? Rustic. If you don't got an excuse, I might make you do it. Like, you better come up with a good excuse soon. Because I don't think I have any plans tomorrow. And that means that I definitely totally have plans to bother you about that if I need to. I like to keep my schedule open for optimal bothering. Like, I just gotta leave flexible time, and every day of my life that should it come up where I need to excessively bother my husband or a friend or just anyone I know, like, I got fucking time carved out for that in the shape of a heart. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think Rustic should definitely 1000% stream crochet bead rope. Yep, crochet bead rope. The craft I definitely already remembered the name of. Because I'm the best. Like, see, and that. Who doesn't need to be more bothered by me? Oh, that reminds me, bears. If you hear back about any possible job prospects, remember that one of the services I offer is like pre-interview chit chats, and it's nothing specific to any position. It's just getting the jitters out and practicing saying nice stuff about yourself and doing it with me while I'm smoking a bowl and fucking hanging out, instead of doing it with someone who's like, because I will give you that glare, but only in the fun way. Come hang out with me for the fun glares, she said enticingly. But no, thank you, Rustic. You're so sweet. And have you been watching? Have you seen anybody pop into our stream? I never know who's watching or who isn't, because if I had it on where I could see who was in the chat, I would constantly just be looking. So every now and then, like a couple times a stream, I look just to see if there's somebody who's on who hasn't been in a while, or just whatever. But for the most part, I have no idea. Sorry. In my incredibly loud voice, as my voice like resonates through our house, and like downstairs the dishes rattle, like the dishes are like rattling in the cupboard. Here's what brought me here. It's those glares. I gently threaten with love. Alright? And see, we've got a nice little collection. Ooh, that's what we should do. Hang on. We're going to turn on the oven like the smart bunnies do. It said they reviewed my application 19 hours ago. I'm not too hopeful, though. So right now, this is one of those things. It's all you can do is apply. You can't fucking jump through the screen and make them hire you. You can't make it so they don't have their brother's roommate's old neighbor's dog walker already higher on the list than you, because I gotta say, that's pretty much how I got my first job. Like, I'm not saying that as pejorative, because, but that's just kind of the way sometimes it's really hard to break into shit, and that's not to discourage you. It's to say that your ability ends at the end of your arm. So for right now, you have full marks on job applying, if that makes sense. Like, you can't, you know? And so, well, you can, it's like, it's okay to, I understand, like, the realisticness of being like, yeah, I understand I might not get it, but just, I think it's really cool that you applied and you're, like, watching it and you have an interest in it. Like, that to me is the headline here. And I hope Sam hears soon about her interview. Even if she didn't, Like, even if they say, hey, we went with somebody else because, that's how life goes a lot of the time because there's a lot of jobs. I wouldn't message them just yet. I would wait in like a week. And then in a week, you could say, hello, like, it's me, Benevieve. But you would say 10 angry, you know what I mean? Like, it's me, Bears. I applied on Indeed and I noticed that a week ago you reviewed my application, but I hadn't heard back from you. I was wondering if you had any hesitations about my qualifications or availability. And if you do, please let me know what they are, as I would love to discuss them with you further. So I would give it time and then follow up and let them know. Don't be afraid to say, I noticed you reviewed my application. That shows that you give a shit. That shows you weren't just applying, because sometimes to get unemployment, you have to apply for X number of jobs per week. And so some people just apply to jobs they think they won't get because they have to apply for unemployment reasons. And that's not what you're doing. So if they haven't applied in a week, it couldn't hurt to reach out and say, hey, I saw that you reviewed my thing. And that's just one way to show genuine interest. But still, I'd give them calendar days. But yes, yay you. So here's a fun fact about me. So I work at a Unitarian Universalist church, and I love, love, love my job. And before I worked at the one I work at now, I worked at one in the Yakima Valley for 7 very happy years. But about 2 years before I got that job, I actually applied for it. I applied for it and I wanted it really bad. And I didn't get it. I was the second choice. They pretty much told me, they said it was really close, but she just has more office experience. And I was super fucking bummed. I was super bummed, and I stayed at my other job, and then she left. And the job was open again. And they were like, hi, we'd want you to apply, please. But they kind of like didn't like tell me directly. They kind of like told my parents because they knew my parents. And they're like, please apply. And I applied, and they're like, please come work here. And I was like, okay. So I literally applied for my dream job and did not get it. And at the time, I didn't know how much I would love it. And I didn't get it. And someone else had it before I got it, and then I got it. So life is long, beloved. Ashley, did you hear my story of my applying for my other job and not getting it before I got it? And that's like a true story from my archives. I hadn't thought about that in a long time, but that is a very true thing that happened to yours truly. Oh, well, here's the short version. I really, really wanted to work at the UU church and like where we used to live. And I applied it and I didn't get it. I was the second choice. And then, like, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years later, the person they picked left and I interviewed until I got the job. So. What? Okay, sorry. Reese has had, like, a bajillion things going on lately. And so now, I have good news for a change. I just found out up to 20 of the college courses have credits that transfer. 20 credits. Holy credits. That is amazing, babe. That is so many hours of ass in seat that you don't. Yeah, yes. Transferable credits. Hot damn. That is so many hours. Shut up. Okay, Reese says, no, not 20 credits, 20 courses. So for anyone who hasn't been in school in a while, I haven't been in a very long time, but a course hour is like, I'm trying on, I gotta think about this for a minute. Usually, like, you take about 15 credits per semester or whatever. That's how many like hours you're gonna spend in class, and then you need blah blah blah. And so I was thinking, oh, 15 credits, that's like, or like 18, that's like a whole quarter's worth of classes plus some. But 20 fucking courses, yeah, that's like 60, depending on what they are and what you're going for, 60 to 80 fucking credit hours. Reese, baby, that's amazing. Oh, we're so happy. And your package got there today. Oh. Okay, so for anyone who's not familiar, we have a channel in the Discord called Free with Shipping. And it's just something that we love that still is a valuable thing, but it just needs a new home. And recently I had like a hand-painted wooden thing that had Morbo from Futurama on it. And Reese loves Futurama. And like would often be like, because I love to ask like 3 hours into the stream, like what's everyone doing other than watching the stream, because I expect everyone's doing other crap. That's life. And she's often watching Futurama. And I had this cool hand-painted Morbo. And I was like, this needs a new home. And so I mailed it to Reese. And, oh, Tech, you might have missed the post. I would have had, sorry. But no, it was a wooden Morbo to hang on the wall that somebody, my sister knew or went to an art show for or whatever, painted back in 2008. And so it wasn't someone who I knew, but then it hung in our house for years. And then lived in a box for years. And now it's going to have a better life. Like it traveled in another box to live with Reese. And now it's going to go live on the wall. I probably won't use all of them. Stuff in the business world becomes obsolete quick. Well, I'll definitely use some. I'm very excited. Any usable credits, that is so amazing. Just having the freedom to use them. Ooh, yeah. Okay, this is lots of sesame seeds. So we're going to go stick these in the oven for 10 minutes. And then, yeah, we're going to grab a bun and start coloring it. Because we have enough to do, like, one side of one. So we'll do that while these are curing. I know, they're so tiny. But I still insist on shaping each of them individually. Because that's what I do. Alright, come here, little beeps. Oops. Come here. And so, yeah, we'll set aside our carefully labeled sesame seed color. Because, let's see, hang on, Sugarfoot. Because it's 12 for bun, so we need another 48. We've got like 12 right there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have like 34 plus 12. And so, okay, let's just make like 10 more really quick before we toss them in the oven. And that'll be a little insurance. And then, yep, we'll just make this last little piece. And then we're going to put away the sesame seeds. Twyla and I are going to go play some Streets of Rage and we'll be lurking. Lurk. Oh, you guys are so cute. Have fun. And oh my gosh, you guys. Mr. Dirty Blood just got a new game this week. And it's been a while since he's found like a new game he actually wanted to play. and it's called, I already forgot. Isle of Man. Mr. Man on an island. I don't know what it's called. But if any of you guys have played Ark, we played Ark many, many hours. I want to see it. Put it in the Discord, please. And then I'll pull it up on my phone so people who aren't on the Discord can see it. But no, Ark is like where you're like surviving on an island and like punching a tree to get thatch and taming dinosaurs. This one, it's like you're crashed on an island, and so there's like some, like you'll find like some modern stuff, but you also were like trying to build a hut out of logs, and there's like monkey dudes, and so far it's very interesting to see. Yeah, oh my god, the chair I made today, guys, that was the world's scariest chair. Okay, hang on. Oh, did you already put it up? Did I miss it? No, I bet you put it in... No, that's a different one. Gosh, French and Moasters. Okay. Tech will put it up in a second. We trust them. They got it. We're feeling this carrot about the milk carton. Yeah, we're just going to cut this up and then roll all these. But yeah, the game that Mr. Dirtyblood got, it's still in early release. And for anyone who's not familiar, in Game World, that means, look, we've got a lot of stuff working, but we're still adding shit in. Shit is not perfect. And by buying this game while it is an early release, you acknowledge that sometimes your ass is going to get stuck upside down in a fucking wall, and then you're going to get blipped into the next world. Like, not all the time, but sometimes it's just going to fucking happen. Alright? Sometimes the doors don't work, and that's just the way it goes. Put it on the forums so we can fix it. But no, it's already super, like, just from what little I have seen, because I seriously... This morning, we ran 2 errands before work, and then I went to work, came home, just in time to assemble a chair that was like the scariest thing ever, and it's only my fault, and it's fine, but it's fine. I'm going to return this scary chair and hopefully get a different chair. And so I've only seen like a few minutes of this game, but yeah, it seems very interesting. It's definitely the survival genre of, like, you know, gather 7 logs, gather this many rocks, and all of this, but you also can end up in, like, a cannibal camp, and to me, what I like about it is that, like, when you look at the equipment, you have, like, some medicine, and you have some MREs, and, because you crashed a helicopter, like, up in the mountains of wherever this is, but now you're down like on the lowlands, so to speak. But yeah, it seems interesting so far. And oh my gosh, y'all, isn't this weekend the finale of Last of Us, the season finale? I think it is. Yeah, it must be. Ugh! I object. Okay, hang on, I gotta see if the milk carton pictures made it into the Discord. Oh, there it is. Okay. Hang on. I accidentally squished a sesame seed while I was thinking about the snake. I wonder how many people across the planet have said that today. Or just like ever. I accidentally squished a sesame seed because I was thinking about the snake. Like, that is just such a ridiculously specific sentence. Like, but it also, frankly, it would seem unlikely to me that I was the first person. You know what I mean? Like, just with the law of averages. Here we go. Okay, hang on. Oh, it's already so cute. Milk. Oh. Okay, just the fact that it says milk like that. Strong support. And then it's got a little strawberry leaf coming out of its snake head. Oh, I love it. Oh, look at that. Okay. So you know, like a kawaii strawberry, like just the ones, just a little round Chubbert one with kind of like extra large white seeds. You could maybe put one of those on one side below the milk thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, just to really theme it up, like right under it, like right there, just yep. But not like a strawberry. I fixed it. A square or a rectangle in yarn is a lot harder than... See, I have no idea. But, like, this, you could totally... Like, if you just made, like, a round strawberry shape, and then, like, a little strawberry leaf that is the same color as what's on top of the snake's head, I think that would totally tie it in, especially if the snake's peeking out. And then on here, either that or just large white circles with a pink or peach background like that gives strawberry. Oh my gosh, Ashley, what is going on is that, look at this. Look what Tech made. It's a strawberry fucking milk carton that has a strawberry snake that lives inside of it. Look, it can peek out of there. But it's like a strawberry themed snake. And I was wondering if it would be possible to add on one side like a super kawaii. However, and the thing is, I don't fabric art. So you know that whatever works best or whatever is feasible is what I support. And like I tell everyone when I offer any idea, take the best, leave the rest. Like, don't feel bad if it's not your jam. But just, I think that would really strawberry it up. That would just, oh wait, is that box up here or downstairs? Oh no, it's downstairs. But downstairs I have a box that has really cute kawaii strawberries on it. Ooh, hang on. Hold please, because I'm me. Here's a different one. I was not talking about this one, but look. Just for shape inspo. Like, pull the green down way farther on the head, like down on the strawberry, if that makes sense. for more of a straub's look. And then it could be pointy. I don't know if that's easier in yarn. I have no clue. But of course, within arm's reach, I have a picture of an adorable strawberry. Because that's my life. Oh, and just never, ever, ever feel pressure. It is already amazingly adorable. This is not me saying, like, I just think it would be so cute if there was a little strawberry on it that matched the thing. If the green even came out a little bit. Okay, is this... Sometimes when people are watching me, they'll be like, well, what if you made a zombie crawling out of Frankenstein's grave and then he's, like, eating a plate of pasta carbonara? And I'm like, all right, slow down, like, hang on. I'm like, okay, I don't know what you guys think I can do. There we go. Oh, and I love you too, Tech. Okay. Because, of course, we got distracted while making sesame seeds to talk about sewing strawberry or crocheting strawberries onto a snake milk carton. I love the snake theme. I love their faces. I love just that they're clearly just hanging out doing snake things. Like there's no malice. There's no anger. They have a plan, and it does not even involve you. Thank you very much. They're like, yeah, I live an amazing life in this strawberry milk carton as a strawberry milk carton snake. Do not be jelly. That is not a good look for you, says strawberry milk carton snake. And we say, shush, you don't know me. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. See if we can get this to... And then we've got these last two. And what is that? I was like, oh no, but it was something outside of my drink, not inside of my drink. And why is that on the outside of my drink? Probably because there was crap on my hand. Another mystery solved by Benevieve. All right. So we already have a kerchunk on here. And now we have these two. So this, plus we are, like, what we already have should be enough for all of the rest of our burgers. So we're going to find a hat for this. Hang on. 10-minute timer. Hang on, we don't want these to get blown away by the fan, because they very easily could. All right. We've got more sesame seeds in the oven. We are going to solve the perpetual mystery of what happened to our music. Oh, I stopped it because I didn't want to hear that song when I forgot to turn it back on. Maybe I stopped it for something else. The world may never know. Okay. And as much as we love, like, the idea of doing a burger bow, I think we should wait because right now all of like the little accoutrement, like the tomato slices and lettuce and stuff, are made for this scale, like exactly. Okay, so I was gonna say which is top is bottom. That's the top. And so we want to match this up. It's not a huge deal, but it just looks tidier if you can put it back together. Oh, that looks good, right? Yep. See? We look for a distinctive curve. And so right now this is looking pretty nice as a cheeseburger bun. And so this is our top. Top's going to go on the right. And now this, we want to give it a little more of a defined edge. Because, like, imagine a burger bun. Like, it's just... There we go. It's a little difference, but having that just, I don't know, more than edge. I don't know. Can't describe it, but it makes it cuter, I promise. And yes, I haven't explained lately that if you want to do polymer, you really can only use the best and fanciest tools that are just made for polymer. Like this. I sell these. This is my patented toothbrush. Like used toothbrush with extra pointy bristles. And then these are a limited item. But this is toothbrush that friend was at our house once a long time ago. I don't remember if the dogs were chewing on it, if it was on the floor, but something happened and then he couldn't use the toothbrush anymore. And so I seized it for my crafts. See? Only official tools will suffice. Well, that's what, this is just what we want for the inside here. And they really are all very different, because depending on how old and frayed the bristles are, it's going to make a big difference in how much they stick into your clay, how much resistance they give, because like if we use this one, which has a very pointy edge, if we use this and don't very carefully angle it, we're going to end up with big pointy divots in our clay. Like there's no scrap lace in here, but it's not going to be cute. But this one, as the bristles are gentler, we can get a nice, even bready texture across the top without having to be, you know, quite so careful. But you know, then again, when we talk about doing the sides here, we want to have more texture near the top. Imagine like you're seeing a hamburger bun in an ad, like right at that line where it's cut, you can see kind of like more dots. And is there a better, you know, bread appropriate name for that? I'm sure there is. And so we're going to texture this, and then we're going to add color. And then once we have texture and color, we are going to add sesame seeds to the top. And see, this is giving a different texture than does the other brush. Because remember, this was also cut on the edge. Like, it has a cut line. These were not made as two pieces. The bun was made as un bun and then cut into two. Ooh, I'm liking that. And right now it's got a little bit of a ridge, but I really think that's going to, yeah. There we go. And once we add a little bit of shading, we'll really be able to tell why we're doing all of this. Come here, little thing. Okay, and now we're going to find a piece of sandpaper, because now that we have this texture, we need to color them rather on their sides, and especially the top needs a cooked color on top. And so it behooves us to do this on a piece of sandpaper so it's not just stuck to a flat surface. And we want a nice low grits. Nice rough grit, y'all. Rough grit. Grain, there we go. Is that it? I don't know. Whatever it is. We want a nice low number here. Okay. And I want to say these are the colors that we made for the hamburger buns last week. It looks like a good brown. It looks like... yeah. So I think we're just going to grab a brush and kind of see... Are we wiping the brush up on our leg? Definitely not. Who would do that? Not on the dress, though. Just on my leg. Okay. Alright, hang on. We need to look at Twyla's reference pictures. Oh, wait. No, we don't. Just kidding. Sorry, the timer goes off and it gives me a heart attack every time. Gosh, French and toasters. There we go. Whew, okay, now what we're doing before we frighten ourselves. Because we want to give this a cooked bread color, but not, you know, super burnt. And a bread bun's like you instantly want to say brown, but there's also a lot of yellow and orange in there. And this is just when we're gently layering colors in. And then we're going to give this some yellow on top.